Our next contest is the 119-pound female championship. This bout will consist of 4 2-minute rounds and referee Cassie O'Connor. In the gold corner, Christina Cruz. She's 33 years old, representing Atlas Cops and Kids. Christina is a 9-time Golden Gloves champion and looking to break her own record tonight. She is a personal trainer from Manhattan. Her record this year, 1 decision, 1 bye. And in the blue corner, Emily Cologne. She's 28 years old from Glen, Cove Boxing Club. Emily's from Long Island and works in distribution. Her record this year, 2 decisions.
We talk about opportunities presenting themselves, not only in sports but in life. Here's a situation where Emily Cologne can just absolutely disrupt the apple cart. Right?
Absolutely. I think she's got nothing to lose here. You know, I think the pressure is on Christina Cruz. There's no denying that.
This will be slated for 4 2-minute rounds. Cruz in the gold, Cologne in the blue. Cruz, the 5-time U.S. national champ, 9-time Golden Glove champ. Accolades, resume, pedigree, it's well documented.
Cruz comes out very confident. I like the feints to start. And you can see that Cologne looks a little bit tentative as she backs up here.
Cologne comes into this final. A lot of people thought it was a gritty win, but a controversial split decision win over Johanna Acevedo in the finals, in the semifinals. Mike, I went back, watched that fight several times. I thought it could have went either way, but the one thing about Cologne is, right, she doesn't let the moment get to her, but she's tough. She's just a tough kid from Long Island, and went to the gym at 9 when she was 9 years old, despite her mother's protest. So she wanted to be a fighter.
And she's done a great job. Look at her now in the finals at the Barclays Center.
It does have to be frustrating, though, because a lot of times throughout her amateur career in the Golden Gloves, Christina Cruz would sign up for several different weight classes, and then when the girls would find out that they had to fight her, they would drop out. It's almost like being an Olympian, right? And in the female division, you only have several weight classes as opposed to for the males in the Olympics. Would you call this a feeling out process in round number 1?
Yeah, I think so. I think that Cruz is, very experienced fighter, so she's used to seeing southpaws, orthodox fighters. She knows what she's looking at right now.
Cologne looks tentative, almost as though I'm waiting to see what Christina does here.
Absolutely. She seems to be a little tentative against the ropes, and then she rushes forward and tries to throw a few combinations. I think she needs to settle in and kind of find her zone here. But she went for a home run there with that big right hand.
Good straight right by Cruz. Pushes back Cologne at the bell. You don't want to overstate the obvious, right? We look at Christina Cruz, and she is the most decorated amateur boxer in New York. She's the most decorated Golden Gloves fighter. We know that, and she had disappointment qualifying for the Olympics. She'll still be set, really, for the World Championships and whatnot. But when you look at her, she's so technically sound. As we take a look at some of this action, again, those punches really not doing anything, but defensively getting out, delivering, getting, and then getting back out.
Absolutely, right there. She just threw a combination, got out, then back in range. That's what it's all about, controlling that range and making the fight your fight. And that really just comes with experience and being calm, and you can tell a lot by a fighter's body language. Right now, as I watch both fighters' body language, to me it looks like Christina Cruz is the much more comfortable fighter.
And she was caught in a blizzard in Colorado with the snow, almost missed the semis, took a red eye, pretty much no sleep, 6:30 in the morning, and still fought, and obviously got the win. Her last Golden Gloves loss was against Cara Castronueva, which was a very long time ago, back in 2006.
Wow.
Think about that. That's a streak.
But regardless of almost missing the semifinals, adrenaline is an incredible thing. And I think if you're an elite athlete and you have that mental edge, no matter what happens before the fight, as soon as that bell rings, it's go time. And that's what Christina Cruz has done.
Cologne looks a little more settled in.
Yeah, I think so. I think she's coming forward now a little more aggressive. I think she understands that she needs to throw some big shots and try to hurt Christina, because it's going to be very tough to outpoint such an experienced fighter.
Excellent point. Cruz in the gold, Cologne in the blue. This will settle 119. Mike mentioned they fought back in 2014 in the quarterfinals, won by Cruz. That was fought at 125. She typically fights 112, 119, or 125.
Well, at 119, she looks very light on her feet. Look at the footwork, in and out.
Cologne trying to engage momentarily. Under a minute to go in this second round.
You know, sometimes when you fight such a technically sound fighter, you need to mix it up a little bit. You need to get gritty. You need to fight a little bit dirty, so to speak, and mix up that tempo to get that advantage. And that's what Cologne needs to do. I think she's doing it right now. It looks like a little bit of a dirty fight, but...
Take your opponent outside their comfort zone.
100%, you know. That's why Floyd Mayweather, for example, is one of the best fighters who ever lived, because he stays in that comfort zone, and no matter who he's fighting, he takes them out of his comfort zone.
Cologne throwing a little more in round number 2 after a quiet round number 1. Good left hand by Cruz. See if she cleans up round number 2. Has Cologne up against the ropes. Good close to round number 2 here at the Barclays Center. Cruz and Cologne. Welcome back. The third round slated for 4. Again, this is slated for 4 between Emily Cologne and Christina Cruz. This will decide 119 female bouts, 4 2-minute rounds. Mike, it's funny, I was talking to Christina before, and she said, I'm nervous. And I was kind of taken back. I'm like, you won this 9 times. Where did the nerves come from? And I think she realizes she's nervous because this is her final Golden Gloves appearance. She wants to win. She wants to make a good showing, and maybe sometimes you try to do a little too much.
Absolutely. You know, as a fighter, sometimes it's not just about the win, but it's about how you look doing it. And I've definitely had fights where I've won some gritty, ugly fights. And although you get the win, you want to impress the fans. You want to look good, and not only for them, but for yourself. And so I understand that pressure of wanting to look good on such a big stage.
Good left by Cruz. Rocks back Cologne. Straight right by Cruz. Another right. Cologne, though, the 28-year-old from Long Island,
still coming forward.
Absolutely.
You know, she switches throughout this fight from orthodox to southpaw, and I like that she stayed orthodox, because I've noticed that when she goes to southpaw, she gets hit a lot.
She's taking a lot of punishment right now. Cruz just starting to tee off on her. You know, Cologne's got that toughness, that heart of a Puerto Rican fighter, and she grew up a fan of Tito Trinidad. So again, the machismo, the heart, the cortisone, it'll keep ticking, but sometimes you're going to take a lot of shots in the process.
Absolutely. I think she's leading in with her head a little bit too much, if you notice. Right there, she backed off. That was nice. But as she's coming in with her flurry, she's coming in head first, and that's definitely a no-no for a great puncher like Christina Cruz.
Good left by Cruz up top. Back up Cologne, left and a right again. Pushes her back up against the ropes. Another straight right by Cruz.
She's taking a lot of punishment against the ropes right now.
Straight right again. Doubled up, and Cruz has Cologne in trouble. A standing 8. At the bell.
Great timing for her there to end that round and collect herself.
So you look at the turning point of this fight thus far, round number 3, Christina Cruz just took over.
Beautiful right hand, beautiful left hook. Everything she's throwing right now, she's throwing with a lot of power, a lot of speed. Another beautiful right hand, and she's stepping out after she's throwing it. That's really the key right there. She's getting her punches in, and she's getting out as her opponent's throwing it. That's the beauty of boxing. That's the chess match of boxing.
We talk about the standing 8s. For safety reasons, fighter can't be saved by the bell, but from a scoring standpoint, even regardless, prior to that standing 8, just the onslaught of punches that Christina Cruz was not only throwing, but the ones that Cologne was absorbing, that enough, really, that round stood out. I mean, take away that standing 8, that was a dominating round by Cruz.
Dominating round, and especially to end the round that way. Look at Christina Cruz coming out even stronger this round.
And Cologne's starting to throw too. Oh, good left by Cruz.
Cologne landed a few big shots there.
Cologne's showing a lot of toughness. Maybe that late flurry, those shots woke her up a little bit. 4th and final round. Oh, now she's eating some punches up against the rope. Cruz momentarily had her in trouble. Good combinations. Get broken apart. They'll meet back in the center of the ring.
As a fighter, it's really important to have almost a bad, short memory, so to speak. So I'm glad that Cologne came out strong and forgot about that last round. Unfortunately, right now, she's against the ropes getting hit again, though.
2 straight lefts, too. Oh, another straight right. She's got to throw back. You almost get the feeling it's inevitable. If she gets caught up against the ropes again, we might see another standing 8. She's not throwing back, Mike.
No, she's not. She's doing the right thing here by grabbing, but she needs to hold and force the referee to break, reestablish position in the middle of the ring. There you go. That was beautiful how she stepped out to the side, got out of that corner. That's what you want to see more of.
Colon's certainly a fighter, surrounded by gangs growing up. Wanted to fight, stay away from violence. Use boxing as an outlet.
See, there she is, switching southpaw and getting hit way too much.
Yeah, that's where she gets caught. Oh, a couple straight rights again. Now she fights back, but she's eating a lot of punches. Under 30 to go in this 4th and final round. Another left there by Cruz. Last 15 of Christina Cruz's Golden Gloves career coming to a close in this 4th and final round. Straight right to clean it up at the end of the bell.
Beautiful straight right hand.
I'll say this about Emily Cologne. She showed a lot of guts and a lot of heart, but it was that 3rd round with that flurry, the standing 8, and then I thought midway through in this 4th round, Cruz took over the fight.
Well, you mentioned Christina told you earlier that she was nervous, but to me, as soon as that bell rang, she did what she always does, and that's win. She looked very impressive here. What a great fight, technically sound fighter. What an amazing way to finish off your career here at the Barclays Center.
We'll see if she makes history with the decision right after this. Welcome back, everyone, inside the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Spirited contest between Christina Cruz and Emily Cologne. Should be a good decision, should be an interesting one as well. We'll see if Cruz walks away with her 10th title. For that, Kevin Van Meter.
Let's hear it for the boxers in the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Your 119-pound female championship is from the gold corner, 10 in a row, Christina Cruz.
Good fight, Joe.
So Christina Cruz closes out her Golden Gloves career with her 10th, her record 10th title, her 10th necklace. And I want to say this before we go back to Cruz. Emily Cologne, nothing to be ashamed about, because 10 times there were other fighters, I should say 9, going into this in the same position. And she just fought her guts out. Sometimes you just go up against a better fighter.
Absolutely, you know, and she took a lot of punishment there. Here you see the standing 8 coming up, but she fought off the ropes very aggressively, very gritty fighter, a lot of heart. I was impressed with her as well.
So Christina Cruz with her record 10th title. She didn't let a blizzard slow her down en route to the finals. She didn't let nerves slow her down en route to the finals. And she gets another necklace around her neck. Again, she walks away at 119 with the female title. The 33-year-old from Hell's Kitchen, again, doing some wonderful damage, leaving an indelible mark on the New York boxing scene.